The filming stage of the Sputnik project took 2 days and was filmed across 2 different farms. This shot here can be seen from filming the first farm, which was on the first day, and the second day went to a different farm for the second day of filming. The barn can be seen in this film here.
And action.
So the barn is visible. This is where we were filming for the first day. The first day of filming also incorporated this here, which is a photo of me filming the scenery around the farm, for the first farm, for the establishing shot which was used in the video at the start, which is this. As you can see, the scenery, which looks similar, and then the meteor coming down. For the second day, we went to a different farm, which can be seen here, and me filming this scene of the car driving. My brother was driving the car, and this was just some roads on the farm. And the video can be seen here. Now we moved on after that part of the filming, and I started to do the final scene at the gate. Well, the second last scene at the gate, where my brother had to get out of the car, and we did a lot of filming there. This was the scene exactly that I was shooting.
Rolling. And action.
As you can see, it's a similar look to what I had in the photo. Here, this was the actual last scene, which didn't make it into the final cut of the film, but this is a photo of me filming my brother as he was running. Basically, it was set in the woods, far, like a bit out, and this can be seen me filming. This is the wood area, but unfortunately, it had to be cut due to problems in post.
Rolling.
And this is the footage. This is the footage that was taken from that film.
Alright.
So the modeling with Sputnik, I started off with a sphere, and that sphere, I kind of duplicated that and created a kind of cylinder shape from the front of the duplicate. Then cut that cylinder shape out and copied it onto the main sphere, which was actually going to be the lens or the eye of the robot. So from there, I went on, selected some polygons, and started creating the antennae base. So these are 3 are going to be positioned on the 2 sides and the top of Sputnik, and they're going to be antennae protruding at the back, as you can see. And so I did this for all 3 of them, and this created the antennae. I cut the model in half because I decided for this next portion, which was going to be creating the kind of ribbing cutout section at the bottom on either side. Just a detail. I didn't really know what it was for, but it was a nice detail I liked. But in order to keep it even, I had to cut the model in half, then create the model as you can see here, and then duplicate it again and mirror it to get the exact same look as it was before. From here I did the first test for creating the turret at the bottom of Sputnik, an iconic feature of the model. So as you can see, I create the base and I kind of protrude it out a bit, and I created kind of shoulder here, but there were problems with it, and so I had to reload it and start again. Really, this was just me refining what I'd already created for that kind of ribbed section underneath Sputnik. So I'm creating a kind of cutout for the sphere, which will then sit on there, and this I'm just fitting it to the model to make it work, and once again I cut in half and duplicated it to mirror it. Now I'm working on the lens a bit more, just cutting out the center of it, as you can see there, to kind of make it look more like a camera lens, and I'm just adding a bit of smoothing to see how it goes. Now this is the second time I'm actually making the turret. Hopefully this is going to be the last. It is the last. And as you can see, I kind of did a similar method where I just used box modeling to create it, and this is it, the final Sputnik there. So here I'll be showing you one effect I did, which was the shot of Sputnik approaching the car as it was parked. As you can see, I imported the first Sputnik model However, it didn't have the right texture on it, so I needed to apply a different texture to match the outdoor landscape. So now I've got the Sputnik model, and you can see I am rotating it slightly downwards to make it look like he's moving forward, but I'm also positioning him in the space to make it look like he's actually there. I've kind of added movement now with keyframes to make him actually move in the scene. And now I've duplicated the model, and I'm actually going to create the shadow. So to create the shadow, I'm changing all the lighting structures on the model to black to make it as dark as possible. And this has created a very black model, which I'm now rotating underneath him to kind of position where the shadow is, and I'm shrinking it now to match the perspective of the ground. Add quite a bit of blur, change the opacity around, and as it's a copy, it will follow the tracking that I've placed on the original model. And here I'm just adjusting the motion tracking, so as you can see this is him moving, and I change the opacity a bit more just to make the shadow look a bit more realistic. So overall I'm now just adjusting some motion blur, and this is the final shot. So that is how I made Sputnik, the film, just for snippets of some of the processes used. There were definitely a lot more, but this is a good overview of the main ones that I used to create, getting the footage, and then adding the model, creating the model, and then adding it into the space. That was the main processes I used for this film. So thank you.